Hey guys, I'm Chad. As you know, the decision to raise your child in a God-honoring home is no small thing. When we make this pledge, we are committing to a daily series of little decisions in how we spend our time, how we invest in our kids, how we speak to them, and how we live out our own faith. If there is one thing in parenting that is scarier than anything else, it's when our little ones model something that they've seen us do that isn't what we were hoping for. I can remember when one of ours was probably 5 or 6 years old, and I heard the way that he was talking to his sister, and he was being super critical and harsh, and I thought, where in the world did he learn that? And it wasn't long before I heard the same kind of harsh tone come out of my mouth, and I realized that he was only acting out what he'd seen me do myself. Right or wrong, our kids follow our lead. And I want to be able to confidently say, as Paul did, follow me as I follow Christ. As Sarah and I imagine the end for each of our kids and ask God to create in them a heart that beats for Him and beats for the lost, and as I envision our kids having a vibrant relationship with Jesus into college and beyond, I have to make it personal by asking, what am I willing to do to get them there? You see, if I want my kids to love God's Word and have an active prayer life, I have to show them how. If I want my kids to be generous, loving, compassionate, and patient, I have to show them how. I have to make it personal. Helping our kids love what we love isn't hard to do, though, is it? Fortunately or not, I have passed along a love for the Mountaineers to our oldest. That didn't take any effort on my part at all. He watched me cheer them on, he saw me scream at the TV, and as we started to spend time together, my love for the Mounties became his love for the Mounties. You see, our kids are looking to us as an example first. They tend to love what we love and want to do what we want to do. So how can you model for them the kind of faith that you want them to have? I'm reminded often of this phrase, that the days are long, but the years are short. You'll blink a couple of times and they'll be heading off to college. But what you do and how you model a personal faith has huge impacts on their faith, so start now. One of the highlights of my parenting journey happened just this past year. Our oldest was a senior in high school when he decided on his own to lead a Bible study with some of his friends. And some of them had little or no faith background at all. But week after week, they'd meet on our back deck and he would invest in those relationships. You see, as we continue to model a personal relationship with Jesus, they pick up more than you think. So what are some of the things that you can do now to show them what a relationship with God and others looks like? Will you commit to spending time in God's Word daily yourself? Will you commit to regular church attendance? How about a commitment to pray regularly for your child? What are a couple of things that you can do now to make your faith personal? Parent dedication is not just a time to imagine who we want our child to become. It's also a time to commit to how we will do that on our own. So our challenge to you is to commit to a couple of things that you can do on your own to foster a relationship with God so that you can lead your child in their relationship with God. There is no greater gift that you can give to your child than to be a parent who has a personal relationship with God. Make your faith personal, and it will lead your child to a personal faith as well.